Lionel Messi names 10 future stars including talents from Liverpool and Chelsea. Lionel Messi picked out 10 future stars as part of an Adidas advertising campaign with Liverpool and Chelsea youngsters making the cut. Lionel Messi has named his 10 players deemed the future of football who can dominate the game for years. As part of an advertising campaign for Adidas, Messi, to some the greatest 10 of all time, was asked to pick 10 youngsters to keep tabs on. It's not the first time Messi has picked out his 10 players, having done so for Adidas last year to coincide with the release of the Messi Plus 10 F50 football boot. Lamine Yamal, Antonio Nusa, Jadon Shaw, and Vicky Lopez were among the male and female footballers Messi picked out in 2024. And he's done similar this year with 3 current Premier League stars in the making, all making the cut. Liverpool and Chelsea youngsters name-checked by Messi. Liverpool teenager Rio Ngumoha, who recently signed his first professional contract with the club, was one who featured in Messi's rundown. Ngumoha has already made history with Liverpool, becoming the youngest player in the club's history to start a competitive match back in January and their youngest ever goalscorer after netting a late winner against Newcastle back in May. Chelsea midfielder Andre Santos is also among those highlighted by Messi, as is Ecuadorian teenager Kendry Porres, who is currently on loan at League One side Strasbourg. Brighton midfielder Brajan Gruda makes up the Premier League contingent, while Messi's compatriot Nico Paz, currently shining with Como, is also one earmarked for a bright future. Rodrigo Mora, Mika Götze, and Kader make up the male players, while Messi also picked out Lily Johannes and Clara Serrajordi of Lyon and Barcelona, respectively, to round off the 10 future stars. Messi's World Cup participation still in doubt. Messi is widely the greatest player in the world, so his opinion on who to keep tabs on carries weight. The 38-year-old really cemented his status as one of football's GOATs as he captained Argentina to World Cup glory in Qatar in 2022. However, it remains to be seen whether Messi will seek to help Argentina defend their crown in North America next summer. The Inter Miami forward recently played his final World Cup qualifier in Argentina and is yet to decide whether to prolong his playing career for football's showpiece next year. But well, we're almost there, so I'm excited and motivated to play it. Like I always say, I go day by day, going by how I feel, Messi said via ESPN after the 3-0 home win over Venezuela last month. I'm trying to feel good and, above all, being honest with myself. When I feel good, I enjoy it, but when I don't, honestly, I don't have a good time, so I prefer not to be there if I don't feel good. So we'll see. I haven't made a decision about the World Cup. I'll finish the season, then I'll have pre-season, and there will be 6 months left. So, we'll see how I feel. Hopefully, I'll have a good pre-season in 2026 and finish this MLS season well, and then I'll decide. Lionel Messi reveals the one football match he lost that still tortures him. Lionel Messi is often regarded as the GOAT of football. Argentina legend Lionel Messi has revealed the one football match that felt like torture. Messi, 37, is one of the finest players to ever grace the football pitch, having won multiple trophies and individual awards. So far in his career, the Argentine has played for the likes of Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, and Inter Miami. He currently has 757 goals to his name in 934 club appearances. Messi is often regarded as the undisputed GOAT of football, especially after winning the 2022 World Cup with Argentina. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner had the chance to taste World Cup glory when Argentina reached the 2014 final. However, Argentina were beaten 1-0 by Germany, thanks to a Mario Götze goal in extra time. Speaking recently, Messi revealed that the defeat in Brazil felt like torture to him. As reported by Mundo Albiceleste, Messi said when discussing Argentina versus France, "Mbappé has the peace of mind that he won the 2018 World Cup. Even though it's crazy, what he did in the final, scored 4 goals and still didn't become champion. The same thing happened to me in 2014. It was torture for me. You also look back and think, I could have won too." He added, "Being able to say that I've achieved everything in football is something truly valuable. I always say I'm very grateful to God for everything He has blessed me with. God gave me everything." Back in 2022, Argentina came out on top against France via a tense penalty shootout. Reflecting on that night in Qatar, Messi said, "We know that when we get to penalty kicks, we have that beast." When asked about Emi Martinez's save from Randall Kolo Muani in extra time, Messi added, "It was crazy if they scored that goal. At some point you have to get lucky. In this case it wasn't luck, it was Dibu." Featured image credit, Inter Miami Lionel Messi and Harry Kane, forced to follow strict FIFA rule ahead of Club World Cup to avoid ban. The two football stars had to follow the surprise rule before their opening match in the revamped competition. Lionel Messi and Harry Kane are just two of the football stars that were forced to follow a strict rule in order to play in the Club World Cup. In the early hours of Sunday morning, the Club World Cup got underway in the USA for the first year of the brand new format. Saudi Pro League side Al Ahly faced Messi's Inter Miami in the opening match of the tournament, drawing 0-0 in the clash at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Later on Sunday, Kane is expected to lead the line for Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich against New Zealand's Auckland City, with Paris Saint-Germain set to face Atletico Madrid in the evening. However, before any of matches got underway, every player from the likes of Messi to the squad players for Auckland were forced to follow a strict rule implemented for the tournament as detailed in the official FIFA regulations for the Club World Cup. Every single player looking to compete in the competition had to prove their identity before their first match, or they would be prohibited from playing. Section 24.7 of the regulation states, before the start of the competition, every player and official on the final list must prove their identity by producing their legally valid individual passport with a photograph. Any player or official who fails to submit this document will not be allowed to take part in the competition. We can only imagine the almost comical situation of Messi, perhaps the most famous and recognizable football player of all time, having to approach FIFA officials with his passport in order to verify his identity ahead of the tournament. But this is exactly what happened. However, it is entirely possible that Messi's time in the competition may not be as long as FIFA would likely have hoped, with a draw in their opening fixture casting doubts over their chances of progressing to the round of 16. Meanwhile, the bookies have Champions League winners Paris Saint-Germain as the current favourites to win the competition, with Opta giving the French side an 18.5% chance of lifting the trophy. Lionel Messi brands official a coward in furious incident during Argentina defeat. Messi confronted the referee during the World Cup qualifier. Fans have accused Lionel Messi of disrespect after he confronted referee Anderson Daronco during Argentina's heated World Cup qualifier against Paraguay. It was an evening to forget.